So I was just reading about this Laxmi Dental IPO, and it seems like they've already got a lot of interest from big investors, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's pretty common with IPOs, especially ones that are, well, seen as promising. What specifically caught your eye?
Well, apparently they've secured around 314 crore rupees from anchor investors even before the actual public subscription opens. That's like a big vote of confidence, right?
Absolutely. It's like a pre-sale where, big institutions get a chance to invest early, almost like a sneak peek. It's a sign that the company has some serious backing, well, for sure.
So it's not just any investors either, right? I mean, they've got names like Aditya, Birla, Sun Life, and HDFC Mutual Fund involved.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty major players in the market, like not exactly your average retail investor. Them showing up for an IPO indicates institutional belief, right?
Right. So it's a good sign. Now, what exactly do they do though? I mean, I know it's dental, but
Well, they're an integrated dental products company, which is kind of rare in India, actually. They design, manufacture, and distribute a range of products like crowns, bridges, clear aligners, and even stuff for kids. It's like being a one-stop shop for dental needs.
oh, okay, I see. So like they're involved from the product design all the way to actually getting it out there.
Exactly. It's a fully integrated model. They've got manufacturing facilities and a pretty large network. It's like they control the whole process, which is, well, quite efficient.
That makes sense. So, what's the buzz around them going public? Is it because they're, doing pretty well financially?
Well, their financials are a bit mixed. They did report losses in 22 and 23, but actually they've turned things around in 2024, showing a profit. So it's a bit of a comeback story, really.
Interesting. Okay. So, not like a straight trajectory, but still promising, I guess. How big is the IPO exactly?
The total issue size is about 698 crore rupees. A portion of that is a fresh issue of 138 crore rupees, and the rest is an offer for sale, from the existing shareholders.
Okay, so they're not just raising new capital, but also giving existing investors a chance to cash out a bit. That's, well, typical for IPOs, right?
Yes, it is common. The offer for sale includes a significant portion from OrbiMed, the investment firm that backs Laxmi Dental. It's their way of reducing their stake in the company a bit.
Ah, okay. So what's the price range they're offering, for the shares?
The price band is between 407 rupees and 428 rupees per share. That's what they're looking at for this initial offering.
Gotcha. And what's the minimum you can actually invest, if you're just a retail investor?
The lot size is 33 shares. So the minimum investment would be around 14,124 rupees. It's not super high, but still needs some planning.
Right. And is this all going to be a purely online thing? Like, how does one apply for it?
Yes, mostly online these days. Through your trading platform, you will need your UPI ID or ASBA. It's all pretty streamlined nowadays.
Okay, makes sense. Now, what do you think about the risks? I mean, every investment has some, right?
Absolutely. They do have some risks, like, they've had past losses and a concentration of their manufacturing in Mumbai, which could be a concern if, well, something happened there.
Right, I see. I mean, having all your eggs in one basket isn't, well, ideal for a huge business like that.
Yeah, exactly. Also, legal proceedings involving the company and its promoters might also be a red flag for some investors. It's like a pending concern, I guess.
Okay, those are things to keep in mind, definitely. What about the subscription timeline? When does it actually open and close, I guess?
The IPO opens on January 13th and closes on January 15th. So it's a short 3-day window. Make sure you don't miss the chance, if you're keen.
Okay, that's good to know. And when will we know if you've actually got the shares? If you apply?
The allotment should be finalized around January 16th, and the shares will get credited to your demat account by January 17th if you're one of the lucky ones.
All right. And then when does it actually start trading on the market?
That will be on January 20th. That's when the shares will be listed on the BSE and NSE, and you can actually start trading, those shares.
Okay. Oh, a pretty quick timeline from start to finish. Now, I'm curious, who is actually managing this whole thing?
Well, the book running lead managers are Novama Wealth Management, Motilal Oswal, and SBI Capital Markets. They're some of the big players in the IPO scene.
Right, those names definitely sound familiar. And who's the registrar for all of this,
That's Linkpinma Intime India Private Ltd. They're the ones who keep track of the applications and all the allotment process when a way they handle the logistics of the IPO.
Okay, so it seems like a well-organized operation overall. So what's the takeaway? I mean, should people be excited about this IPO, I guess?
Well, it's a mix of both opportunities and risks. The integrated business model is quite unique and they've got a huge network. But, well, the past losses and legal issues are important to consider. It's all about risk appetite,
Yeah, I guess. So it's not necessarily a sure thing, but still has potential if you do your research, I guess.
Exactly. It's like going to a dental appointment. You need to be prepared for what might come. But the result could be really good too,
Well, that's definitely something to think about. Thanks for breaking all this down. It's been really helpful.
No problem, anytime. Always good to chat about these things. So, are you thinking of applying for the IPO,